You can grow long natural hair. You just have to stop snatching it out.
What's up, people? Jheri J here. Hey! And if you want to take control of your 4C hair life, start today. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Let's jump in.
Welcome back to another episode of How to Make Natural Hair Soft. And today we are detangling. So we're going to insert a clip of how I moisturize my natural hair to maintain its moisture. Then we're going to come back and we're going to do some snitching. First step is deep conditioning. So taking down a twist here, my hair is freshly washed and deep conditioned. And this is how it's looking with the product rinsed out. I rinse out my hair and twist, but for the most part, the product came out. Now, the deep condition absolutely hydrates your hair, and you want to add a little bit more hydration. So we're going to use a leave-in. So taking just a little bit of my leave-in, I'm just going to put that onto my hair. Now, I recently made a video about the lock method explained, and that's exactly the method that I'm using today. So if you want actual details about the lock method, I encourage you at the end of this video, go ahead and check that out. I'll have it linked at the end. So now that we have the leave-in applied, I am just going to separate my hair into two sections here. So the goal now is to seal in that hydration. And we do that by adding a sealant. And that is in the form of an oil and butter. Now, most people, depending on like your porosity and your hair type, don't need both. However, I am 4C and I use both. So taking just a little bit of my oil here. So we're going to take a little bit of our cream here and just add it on. Now, when it comes to making natural hair soft, if I just leave my hair just like this, it's prone to dry out faster because the air will just deplete all that hard work that I put into it. So what you want to do is kind of trap in that hydration and that moisture by just simply twisting up your hair. You want your length or the ends of your hair to be the most moisturized as possible because you want them to stay with you. Now let's get into the snitching. So I am currently detangling, and I was reading some of the comments that's posted on my channel, and a lot of times when people see my hair, they go, "Oh my God, your hair is so long." But it's normally followed by a statement of, "I can't grow my hair like that." And a lot of times I'm like, yes, you can. You most definitely can. So today I want to talk about length retention. Now, if you haven't been diagnosed with like some type of medical condition where, you know, your hair is just not going to grow, that's a whole separate issue. Yet, for those who have not been diagnosed with a medical condition where your hair doesn't grow, more than likely your hair is growing and you're not retaining that length because of user error. Now, if you're not new to this channel, this is going to be some repeat information for you, but I will appreciate if you co-sign what I'm saying in the comments below. If you are new,
Hi.
And you probably heard these things before, yet hearing it from like just a different person may, I don't know, make a light bulb go off, and that's okay. So let's talk about length retention. There are three things that I feel like prevents a person from maintaining their length. You can grow long natural hair, you just have to stop snatching it out. The first thing that prevents someone from maintaining their length is how they handle their hair. and mainly with detangling, right? I chose to come on camera today and show you exactly how I detangle my hair. It's dry right now and I take my time, but I want you to notice whether you do it dry or wet, how fast I'm going, how detailed I am with every strand. And I get it. You know, detangling is most definitely time consuming. However, what is your goal? A lot of times when people ask for my advice, they're like, okay, can you help me? Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And a lot of times I'm like, I'm sorry, did you want me just to listen to you talk? I mean, I get it. A lot of times when people ask for help, they don't really want help. They just need to release. Totally get that because I'm like that sometimes myself too. But on the other hand, a lot of times when I run into people who state that they can't grow long natural hair, they talk about more of what they're not going to do versus what they're going to attempt to try to get them to that goal that they just previously put out. So here's the thing, I'm tagged a lot, especially when a new tool comes out, like a new detangling brush comes out, a lot on Facebook, right? And they're like, hey, look at this, check this out. And my response is, no, I'm not putting all them teeth in my hair. I don't care how easy and breezy it look on camera with them girls promoting those brushes. I'm not doing it. It's made to look easy. There are so many companies after the natural hair community because of the demand to, just make life easier. Not to mention, natural hair is just, it's a big thing right now. So they have to profit off of it in some type of form. And unfortunately, there are a lot of influencers out there who do need that income for their family and would say whatever they need to say on camera to get paid, even if it's not working in their favor. But here's the thing, you can't focus on that. You have to focus on what your goal is. If your goal is to have long natural hair, and not even just long, but just healthy, like a nice size length hair, you have to focus on not snatching your hair out. And that means not running to every, detangling tool that hits the market. Next up, with not retaining your length, is styling. How do you style your hair? One style I would never, ever do is wash and goes. You would never see a wash and go on this hair. Ever. Problem with wash and goes in my type of hair, right, is when my hair is wet, it shrinks. It shrinks so bad. And that's okay because I love it, right? However, the ends of my hair will ravel around each other. And if they dry up like that, I'm probably going to spend the next couple of days cutting off a lot of my length. Now, there's nothing wrong with wash and goes. And for those 4C naturals who do wash and goes, God bless you. However, for this kind of hair, right, and it might not be the same for you, it's not a healthy hairstyle for me. And I say, for me, you have to find out what hairstyle is unhealthy for your hair and then stop doing it. I'm not really into hairstyles, and I said this in a previous video where all I do is twist and let it out, and truly, that's all I do. But after my wash day twist, I take those out and I put them into smaller twists to kind of stretch out my hair. And the more my hair stays stretched, the easier it is to detangle when, wash day comes back around. The easier it is for my hair not to ravel around one another and not up at the ends, because that's our goal. We don't want our ends tangling. We want them stretched out to a point where when we're ready to separate them, they're gliding past one another. Last but not least, what I want to mention with retaining your length, right, is applying heat to your hair. After so long of having heat to your hair, your ends, they start to thin out. Then you need a trim. Then you're cutting off length. Where if you just use like a heatless method, like a curl former, you don't have to worry about that. So I encourage you, this video is going to be short, but I encourage you, find another way other than applying heat to your hair. I didn't really get far with detangling here. So I encourage you to find a different way to stretch out your hair, because if your goal is to retain length and you're continuing to apply heat to your hair, your actions show different. So those are the 3 things that I wanted to talk about today when it comes to retaining your length. Believe me, I know there's like so much more to length retention. And I want you to post that in the comments below. What has helped you retain your length and / or what has prevented you from retaining your length? Share it in the comments below. You may say something that a natural is just completely absent-minded that they're doing, and you can help them out. So most definitely comment that below and let us know. Until next time, guys, I'm going to actually detangle my hair for real, because I've been talking and I ain't got nowhere. But I want to encourage you to follow me on IG, because honestly, I don't know what the heck I'm doing over there. I'm not a selfie person. Like, I'm seriously not a selfie person. So follow me on IG and see 1 or 2 pictures a month. And join us on Facebook. The link is in the description box below. I am so much more active on Facebook than IG. I'm just not an instant type person. I got a lot of stuff to say sometimes. So I'll see you guys next time. If you missed episode 1 and 2 of how to make natural hair soft, and you're curious about the snitching that I do, I'll post it on the screen for you. Take care, guys.